Hello YouTube, I'd like to show you my mealworm farm that I have here. These are different batches, I guess you'd say, of mealworms. Here are my beetles here. I know I've showed you them before, but let me get out of the light. They're still alive. There's lots of them. They like to eat carrots. And down here you can see I put some oat bran or wheat bran on the bottom, and these are the beetles from 2,000 mealworms that I ordered online. These are the beetles that resulted from those. And I put wheat bran here and let them sit on there for a different amount of days, and I did some experiments around here to see how long I have to leave them in. So once they sit in here for however many days, I put them into a smaller container, or a little bit bigger of a container, enough to keep like an inch or so, and then I put pieces of carrots in there and mix them up and move them around to keep it kind of humid. Keep that mixture humid. The good thing about wheat bran is it doesn't really go bad that easily. Like oatmeal would probably be rancid. Wheat bran's pretty forgiving. Even if it does, the carrots sometimes make it smell, but then it goes away. Here I split my mealworms up, my beetles up into two batches. Here's half of my beetles. This is the result of their egg laying for one day. Half of those beetles for one day made this many worms. I know you can't count them, but it seems like there's a good amount. I need to get some but for one day, that's not bad. This one is half the beetles for 2 days. There's a lot in there. This is all the beetles for a week, but it's younger than that. And here, this one right here, it's kind of, you can feel the heat coming out of this one. This is all those beetles for 4 days, and that seems like about the right amount that I'd want. It's 4 days or a week. For sure not more than that. I'd say 4 days is good for these size trays. These are still small. Okay, over here, this is the roof for my beetle's house, so roaches don't get in there. I don't have roaches, but you never know. I live in the tropics, so sometimes those giant roaches come in. Okay, so once these get a little bit bigger where they start moving, I'll move them into a bigger tray here. But see, I only have half of it filled, so once they get a little bigger, I'll spread it out and add some more wheat bran, and they'll start eating. Down here, these are getting big. You see that little beetle right there? That's just, they came along with the wheat bran. If you microwave it, though, it won't be there, but it don't bother me. See this layer right here? That's the poop. That's the poop layer. And that's the wheat bran, and up here, I don't know. There's lots of worms in here. It's dense. This is my first batch. As you can see, it's empty because I've done a harvest. I harvested one tray already. And here are the fruits of my labor. It's about 3/4 of a gallon of mealworms. They were in the refrigerator, so they're in suspended animation. Look at that. They're slowing. They're slowing down. It's taking a couple of days. They're still moving because it's really thick. Look at that. There's a little bit of oats in there, but I got most of it out by using strainers. Look at that. So like every 4 or 5 days, I could get that many with this method here. Just leave them in. Let the beetles lay eggs for 4 days. Switch them out. It's easy to switch out those beetles, so I have a special strainer. They just switch them out, put them in a smaller container, mix in the carrots, keep it moist until they get a little bit bigger. Switch them to a bigger tray and add some more wheat bran. Let them eat until they get big enough. Use a strainer. Get a bucket of mealworms. and I think I'm going to start eating them tomorrow. Hopefully they're good. If they're good, I'm going to stop eating cute animals and only eat bugs and shrimp. That's it. And beans and stuff. Of course, I'm Mexican, I gotta eat beans. I'll die if I don't eat beans. Frijoles. Alright. Goodbye.